Hello and welcome to this introductory video from Poker for All. I've just signed up to Eurobet and I'm starting my first session. I'm just playing on the Microstakes games until I get a better feel for the software and the players. When playing these Microstakes games, the general rule is to bluff less and value bet more. I am sat down at the two tables on the left side of the screen and I'm looking for some other tables to join. For table selection, I like to order the tables by flop percentage and look at joining the tables with the highest percentages, because I want to be playing in the loose games where players play too many hands and pay off my better hands. On the top left hand of the screen I'm in early position, so I'm only going to be playing very strong hands like pairs, ace king and maybe ace queen. I'm also in early position on the bottom left hand screen, but there are only 6 players at the table at the moment, so I might also play ace jack and king queen. King 4 is an obvious fold though. You can buy in to these 5 and 10 cent blind tables for anything between $2 and $10. I recommend buying in for the full $10. If you buy in for the maximum, there's more money you can win with your good hands, and you often get value for small pairs and suited connectors. For example, if you're dealt pocket 2s, you're hoping to flop set, but it will only make a set just under 12% of the time. That's about once every 8 times. So, on average, you need to win a pot bigger than 8 times the pre-flop cost on the times you hit your set. But you won't double up every time you hit your set. Sometimes the opponent folds for a smaller amount of money, and occasionally you'll still lose the hand, but the times you double up for the full buy-in more than makes up for that. So you both need a big stack behind you for it to be profitable to play those hands in the long run. Okay, I've picked up jacks in the big blind, so I have my first good hand. If nobody raises, I'm going to raise it and hope I get called. And not a lot of action happening here. Fold, fold, fold. Small blind only limp, so he probably doesn't have that much. I don't know anything about this guy, so I'm going to make a slightly bigger raise to 5 times the big blind. And he folds. That's not actually that bad a result. Jacks can be quite difficult to play after the flop if an ace, king or queen comes, and you'll get an ace, king or queen on the flop about half the time. You'll notice that I'm aiming to play 6 tables at the same time. I wouldn't recommend this if you're just starting to play poker. In fact, if you're just beginning, you should only play 1 table at a time. The reason is I'm looking to play 6 tables are it's good for video purposes because I can show you more hands, and it's good for clearing bonuses and cashback more quickly. At Poker 4 we offer a special 30% VIP cashback deal, so the more you play the more you earn. How it works is the amount of rake you pay is counted up each month and then 30% is given back to you. And you can make a good amount of money just by breaking even on these games before you get the VIP money back. I've just called with Jack 9 offsuit on the button because I have good position, it's cheap to see a flop, and if I hit 2 pair or better I could win a big pot. And I've hit middle pair here. This is why position is so important. Everyone has quickly checked to me, so my hand is probably the best here. I'm not going to make a big bet here because it's still possible that someone is slow playing, and a small bet should be enough to take it down if nobody has anything. And on the other table I have an open-ended straight draw. I'm going to try a semi-bluff here because unless someone has a flush draw, it's unlikely that the flop has hit anyone. Now it looks like the other guy might have an ace after all, and this board is getting scary with 3 to a straight on board. I might have just given a free card to a flush draw, but I checked behind on the turn. And he bets 40 cents on the river. I've got a good chance of having the best hand here, so I call. And he was bluffing. Now I missed my straight draw, and worse still, the turn is an ace that makes it 3 to a flush. I checked hoping he would check behind, but he's bet 80 into a $1.43 pot. If the ace wasn't a spade, I would probably call for the implied odds, but if he already has the flush and I hit my straight on the river, it would cost me my whole stack, so I'm going to fold. What I mean by implied odds is I could have won a lot of extra money from the opponent if I hit my hand and he called a big bet on the river. Say he had a set on that hand and the river was the 9 of clubs giving me a straight, I would have probably won his whole stack. I've just raised ace queen in middle position to 4 times the big blind. Hopefully someone will call me with a worse ace like ace jack or ace 10. The button calls, and that's a good flop for me. I have top pair, top kicker. There are flush and straight draws here, so I'm going to make a big value bet, about the size of the pot. And I still think I'm ahead, so I'm going to bet again, a bit less than the pot. Hopefully he'll pay me off. Okay, the river card is a bad one. It might have given him 2 pair. I'd like to just check this down if I can. And that's a pretty big bet from him on the river. This is a tough decision. He could be making a big bluff with a busted flush draw, but my read here is it's probably 2 pair, possibly even a slow played set. If it bet a bit smaller, say $3 there, I would have called. I've joined the $20 table on the bottom right hand side of the screen. There are 6 players here, so I'm going to be playing pretty much the same as on the bottom left hand side of the screen. Pretty much waiting for good hands, but a little bit looser than in the full ring game. This is just a quick introduction, so I'm going to end the session here soon. Thank you very much for watching, and please tell us what you think of this on the forums at pokerforall.org. We will be checking the forums every day, and we will take all comments on board. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask on the forums. Also, remember to come back here for more videos soon. Thanks again, bye for now.